Hey, it's your coach coming to you again with another powerful video on maximize the potential of your organization. Again, my name is Laurie McNaught. I've been coaching businesses now for, it's going to be 2 decades this January. And in that 2 decades, I've gained a pretty good understanding of the challenges that business owners face and the solutions to those challenges. And those, I guess maybe if I could say what makes it easy is, interviewing and talking and working with hundreds of businesses over the past couple of decades, you get to understand that the challenges are, the cause of the challenges are often the same thing. There's not a whole bunch of them. There's probably a half a dozen challenges that business owners face, and when they fix those challenges, they can rocket their business to the next level. So this particular video I'm calling the Power Yourself with Why. Why is that it's so important? Well, I want to share a little bit of my own personal history. So growing up in a small town right on the Saskatchewan-Alberta border, if you guys know the name of that town, congratulations. It's the only border city I'm aware of in Canada. Growing up there without a lot of directions and, living I had a great time. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of fun, just a ton of fun, and grew up with a great bunch of people and just had a blast doing it. But when I hit about my mid-20s and I realized, oh my God, I might live longer than 30, I thought I better start taking life a little bit more seriously. And so I started to make a bunch of changes in my life. First of all, I moved away from said border city to the wonderful city of Edmonton, and then started a journey of personal and professional development. And it all began with that why is like, I need to find something that I can do with my life that's going to provide with me for a very long time. That was my first why. And I started out with a late night infomercial, Tony Robbins, Master Your Life in 30 Days. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but something like the Personal Power in 30 Days was what it was. And then from there, I took a course called Pursuit of Excellence, went on to the Advancement of Excellence, a program they called The Wall. Then I went to the Pacific Institute, and then I went to Tony Robbins Mastery University, Date with Destiny, Life Mastery, Financial Mastery. All with the purpose of my why being, I needed to be able to, and I wanted to be the best that I could be at the things that I was choosing to do. I didn't want to be average at anything. I wanted to be an example of what's possible. So that was more of my why at that particular time. And then I guess it was early 2003, somewhere in there, I thought to myself, I want to get into a business of my own. I've been doing this for a long time. I feel like I've got the intelligence to do it. I've got the drive to do it. I know how to build relationships with people. I know how to be the best that I can be, and I think I can share that with other people. And so I thought, I want to start my own business. Well, I looked at a whole bunch of businesses and never found anything that really resonated with me until I came across a company at the time it was called Action International, and their vision for their company was business success through business re-education. I didn't get that exactly right, but it's something like that. And they had, I think at that time, 14 points of culture, which were all about growing, cooperation, honesty, integrity, education, team building, all that kind of stuff. And all of that started to resonate with me, and I started to do a little research on the company. Found out it was started by a guy in Australia by the name of Brad Sugars. He's the founder of the company. And just did a bunch of research, talked to a bunch of the coaches who were already working in the industry. And I felt like this is a perfect fit for me, because at that point, my why became about making a difference, because Tony Robbins mentioned this, but even Zig Ziglar a long time ago said, if you want to have everything that you want to have, help people get what they want. If you help others get what they want, you'll get everything that you want. And by that time, I'd been traveling Alberta, up and down the highways of Alberta for 15 years, calling on, hundreds of customers, and just like I'd see people who put their heart and soul into building a successful business or trying to build a successful business. And then one time I'd show up there and come in to say hello, and they say, well, sorry to tell you this, Laurie, but we're actually closing the doors down. We won't be open the next time you come through. And this happened a lot. So going back to Action International, World Abundance Through Business Re-Education was their vision for the company. And it just resonated with me because I saw so many people that I built relationships with. And, like I said, they spent years, sometimes many years, working on building this successful business, and it failed. And so I knew there was a need for this kind of education, because let's face it, you don't have to finish high school. In fact, you probably don't even have to finish junior high school in order to start a business. And yet running a business is probably one of the most complex things you're ever going to come across. There's so many moving parts inside a business. You've got marketing, you've got sales, you've got administration, you got the financial end of it, you've got the cost of the services that you provide and the profit that you need to make. And, throw and all the tools that go along that, but throw on top of that the complexity of building a team around this organization in order to, succeed. And I can tell you, bar none, like say almost 20 years experience coaching businesses now, that people are going to be your most complex challenge inside your organization. And understanding people and understanding yourself, because first of all, if you don't understand yourself, you can't understand other people. You have to understand what really motivates you. You have to understand, what's the drive. You have to understand things like what gets you down, what gets you up. You have to understand, when am I most energetic? When am I least energetic? What am I best at? What am I need to shore up? You need to understand yourself first before you can help anybody else, period. And if you don't understand yourself and you're trying to grow a team of people, I'm sorry, you're going to struggle, and you're going to struggle mightily. And this is in part why our industry has grown so dramatically. When I first got into this in 2000, business coaching had not been even heard of. When I was telling people, I was a business coach, I was part of this organization, larger organization, but I was a business coach, they'd go, what's a business coach? What does a business coach do? And so I would explain, and I always used what I was taught is time, team, and money. It's pretty simple. Sometimes business owners are working so much they completely burn out. And when you're burned out like that and you're working that many hours, it's hard to put the best of who you are into understanding the best way to build your business. And so, really, and so time, meaning the business owner's working way too much, and really, burning the candle at both ends, and really the outcome is going to be inevitable. And then team is about, how do I hire the best people? And then how do I inspire them? And how do I keep them involved? And how do I train them so that they can be the best that they can be? Because when they're the best that they can be, then they're going to help you build the best company. And then money, of course, is the profit end of things, taking a look at your budgets, taking a look at your financial statements, your balance sheet, your cash flow sheet, and then understanding what the key numbers are in your business. So there's just all these massive amount of moving parts in there. And so here I was looking for a business to get into. I love teaching, I love coaching, I love working with teams. And here's this company who's going to teach me how to teach other people to become the best business owners and create the best business in what they said, World Abundance Through Business Re-Education. And I thought, this is exactly up my alley. And I started, that was my why, is I have always known and understood that helping other people makes me feel good about my life. And I know that if you stop and think about any time that you've helped somebody else out, you'll be able to go, man, I really felt good after doing that. That was a feeling that I'd love to recreate over and over again. And so My why was I wanted to have a sense of purpose around me. So my what was I'm going to build a business coaching company. And my how was I'm going to join this Action International at the time and become part of their team. And they're going to teach me. And I learned the best education by being involved with them. So this is my example of my why. So think about your company and think about why is it that you started this business. And I know that if you went back, and you might have to get yourself into quiet space so you can actually hear yourself thinking and ask, why did I start this business? And I will tell you from my own personal experience and like interviewing thousands of business owners and working with hundreds of business owners, is the number one reason why business owners got into business in the first place is because of something they wanted to have, and that was freedom. They wanted to have the freedom to be able to share with their families. They wanted to have the freedom to vacation and take time off. They wanted to have the freedom to be able to afford things. They wanted to have the freedom that if somebody said, hey, let's go, to a flying fishing thing, it wasn't about can I afford it or can I take the time off? It was, yeah, absolutely. Let's just get it scheduled and let's do it. That was the biggest why. Every single business owner that I interviewed with is like they wanted that freedom. Now it gets convoluted and it gets messed up and you get pulled in 100 different directions trying to understand this, and this in part becomes part of the challenge that you have, because when you're pulled in 10 different directions, it's really hard to focus. It's really hard to create solutions around that. So one of my mentors said, use the acronym, or pardon me, use an acronym for focus, and that's follow one course until success. So, one of the things that I'm really good at with clients is to get them to focus in on those things that they need to fix in order to solve the symptom that they're having. So if they're working too much, or they're not making enough money, or they got a bit of a dysfunctional team, or high turnover, or they just feel like there's a glass ceiling that they just can't seem to break through, is to help them focus on those things that are going to help them do that. And I've had a great deal of success doing that, both for companies from a financial standpoint, meaning, increasing profits 30, 40, 50, and 100%, and also revenues growing 30, 40, and 50%. And then along with that, like I've worked with a lot of business owners that were, like I talked about earlier on, working all the time, and got them to the point where they're working either a regular work week, which was a relief for them, because when you're working 7 days a week and God forbid 70, 80 hours a week, sometimes, listen, nobody's going to survive doing that. Nobody's going to last long term doing that. And so many of those business owners I got down to a regular work week, which was made them extremely happy. For others, it was down to, I can think of a few business owners who are literally, their business is almost like passive income. What I mean by that is like they're still coming into the office for 10, 20 hours a week, checking on what the KPIs are, the key performance indicators, talking with their team, making sure that their team's still fully engaged, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you want to figure out how to get the most out of yourself. Start with why. Why is this important to you? And write it down. Don't just think about it. Write it down. And then say, why are these people coming to work for me? And then, why would these people buy and shop from me? Just as important. When you understand the why, everything else starts to become easier. So I work with business owners in the small and medium-sized enterprise area to help them with the fundamental foundation of building a company so that it can grow and function and provide profit and still thrive even when they're not there all the time. I work with bigger organizations around communication and leadership training, business development, customer service, team alignment, all that stuff. This is what gives me the energy. This is what gives me the, if I could call it, the superpower, because there's nothing that I like more than working with teams and getting, really just seeing the change. And the workshops that I do, because I've been going to workshops for over 20 years now, and I've been to workshops that have literally changed my life. And I understand the process that we go through. You can watch some of my previous videos if you want to learn more about that. But if you would like to take some time and have a conversation about what I might be able to help you with in your organization, just go to lauriemcnaughton.com. There's a link in there. It's just easier for everybody. It'll book right in, and you book it right into your calendar. It's just 15 minutes. It's what I call a discovery meeting. I want to understand if this is a challenge that I can help you with, and if I can help you with, we'll book a longer time, and it's complimentary. Why is it complimentary? Because I know what my numbers are. If I talk to 10 business owners, 2.7 of those business owners will become clients of mine. So I know my numbers. That's why I do it. And in that time that I talk to you, I want to provide as much value as I possibly can so that you can go away from that meeting, even if we don't work together, with some ideas that will help you move your business forward and create more success for you and your business and allow you to have some freedom. And for those who are interested in working closely with me and accelerating those results, I've got programs that'll fit just about any budget. For small and medium-sized enterprises. So again, book your 50-minute discovery meeting at lauriemcnaughton.com. I look forward to the opportunity of being of service to you and helping you achieve what you want for the why that you have, not for my why. Anyways, thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the challenge, like the video, all that stuff. All these video content providers say that, and I guess I should say it too. So subscribe to my channel and like it as well. And I look forward to the opportunity to be in service to you. Thank you again for listening. Take care. Have yourself an extraordinary day.